2, 1.
Hello, and welcome to the Journal.
On today's show, we'll have a political tale and a heartwarming story about a Star Wars fan.
A wonderfully woven tale of weddings and divorce rates, a fantastic spin on the TTC from a Chinese perspective.
And we'll take a look at various ways to get our stress lives released and feeling great, and we'll also take a look at the horrid facts of the Freshman 15.
We will also profile one of Scarborough's own, Danny Yeo. And lastly, a talented karaoke singer, Casey, will sing for our show. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. I'm Ajuki Ike.
And I'm Jess Palmer.
And our first story is going to deal with the recent election outcomes and how the voters of Toronto reacted to this election.
Do you know how poor the voters was this season?
No, I don't, but I heard it was really, really low.
Yes, it was. Extremely, very low.
And did it affect the election outcome?
Yes, it did, considerably. But let's see what Daniel Rose got for us on this issue.
Okay.
I'm here today at Queen's Park to talk about the results of the election. The media is collecting of the results on the election, as well as what the results mean for each party leader and the effects of the results on the city of Toronto itself. I tried to find out what sort of an effect the media had on this election. So I asked the pros. I talked to Diana Hall and Gary Dale, MPP candidates in Ontario, to see what they thought.
I think it actually did have an effect. The media seemed to hold on to one issue, and they broadcast it over and over and over again. I certainly heard the Toronto Star being one of them, and I think the print media did it maybe more so than the TV. They got the one issue, and I think out of the 33 days, I think it was something like 30 days out of 33, they actually printed the one issue over and over and over again.
The key reason for the Conservatives' loss was that the media decided to play up that particular issue. The right-wing media took it on because they were opposed to the idea of funding all these minority religions. And the Liberals took it on because in the last election, they had promised to withdraw the funding for faith-based schools that Mike Harris had provided.
Now, before we go to the guests about what these election results mean for the party leaders, let's get some background info on them. Dalton McGuinty has worked hard over the years to become a better politician, but he's not the best at sticking to campaign promises. John Tory is a great leader with good ideas, but he has a less than stellar electoral record. Robert Hampton is an innovative leader with his party's full support, but he's had 3 attempts and lost all 3.
People within the NDP solidly support Howard. They like him as a person, they like him as a leader, they like him as a politician. On the other hand, he's had 3 kicks at the can now, and he's got to be asking himself personally, am I willing to put up with this for another 4 years?
I think Howard Hampton will probably stay on. I don't see any other leader up and coming that people are pushing forward. He's certainly, he's been a good leader for them, and I think that he'll probably stay.
John Tory has not had a lot of electoral success. When you're the Conservative Party, you're going to be looking at, is this leader going to take our party back to power? On the other hand, the Conservatives do need someone that can bring back the spirit in the party of the old Bill Davis days. And John Tory probably is one of the few people within the Conservative Party right now that has legitimate shot at being able to do that.
So he has a bit of building to do, rebuilding to do, finances, debt to pay off, and I think he wants to do that. And I truly believe he does right now. He's committed to staying on as the leader, and Well, one of the things for sure is making sure that faith-based funding never sees the light of day again.
I asked Diana and Gary what they thought the future would be for our province with 4 more years of Liberal leadership.
I think Canada is about to enter a new era in politics. It's going to be moving away from the idea of political parties in general. This move to proportional representation gains a foothold in Canada and in Ontario. We're going to see probably a proliferation of smaller parties organized around specific issues that can then come together on specific topics to pass legislation. Support for your particular positions within the population becomes more important. So campaigns can become focused more on issues.
I still believe that Dalton McGuinty's the right leader. He didn't win the election. It was John Tory's to lose, and John Tory lost the election. Certainly what I heard at the doors was, we don't like Dalton McGuinty. We hate that he broke all the promises, but we hate the faith-based funding more than we'll put up with a liar and put him back in office, because that faith-based funding we don't believe in at all. So I don't believe that he will be the right leader. As I said, I think we'll see tax increases. I think we'll see that he has difficulty managing the economy. And I think in the end, he'll be around in 2011, but I don't believe that we will be in as good a shape as we could have been.
With topics like waiting room times and environment being overshadowed during elections, let's just hope that eventually someone in here will talk about them and try and make a difference like Diana Hall and Gary Dale do every day. And next election, get out there and try to make a difference yourself, so this doesn't happen again.